Alright, we're back with more random battles to the top. We have Calyrex into Meganium, which is a very good start. Because we have weakness policy, they can't even knock off safely, so they should be switching. We have Mewtwo Zekrom, so triple legendary, Ogerpon, Archaludon, Yanmega. It would be a pretty good team if the levels weren't... I mean, it's still a good team regardless, but the levels make it more balanced than that. So 36, and they're Chesto Berry, okay. Ogerpon is good. Archaludon is good too. Let's go Ogerpon first. The Iron Defense, okay. Cudgel does 30 and can crit. I can also just U-turn into Yanmega as well. Okay. Giga Drain does a lot. Bug Buzz does a lot. We'll Bug Buzz here. Yeah, force him to rest. They go to Muck for 31. Okay. We do want to weaken Muck for Archaludon, Mewtwo, even Calyrex to an extent. We don't have an obvious switch in too, so I'll just Bug Buzz for damage. Yeah, knocked off. Poison's kind of annoying. I guess we have U-turn too. Now we go at Archaludon, we have Flash Cannon now. Probably not the most optimal way of dealing with Muck, but it is really annoying with that stab knockoff. Kricketune in. I'm not too bad into... It's kind of annoying for Zekrom and Mewtwo, but it's not terrible. It's just annoying. Yeah, I'll just Flash Cannon again. Meganium's kind of a problem. Kind of. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Now they probably go Meganium here. We don't know its moveset. It could be the attacker or the defensive recover one. Go Meganium. Yeah, that's expected. Okay, so they are physical, but they don't do a lot of damage to me. I guess it's kind of a lot. Oh, I have Dragon Tail. Perfect. Into Inteleon. They do not one-hit KO me. So I'll just body press for damage. Maybe I should have Draco'd. Okay. Go to Ogerpon. They're probably giving up Muck here. Or they'll give up Inteleon. Okay. Now, if they go Meganium, I have U-turn into Yanmega. And if they attack me, they do. They're still weakened, which is the point. We'll Glacial Lance on the Carbink. Perfect. Go Ogerpon. Yep, Ivy Cudgel. We're threatening Encore is why they switched. So now we can U-turn perfect, force a type change. They're weak to Mewtwo, but they still have that Muck, so I can't go, you know, haphazardly into that. But I think my Mewtwo's looking good, Ogerpon's looking good, Calyrex is looking good. Okay. Yeah, we do outspeed Muck, which is the important part. Okay. There we go. Got it. Oh, high horsepower is better. Now this should be winning. Yeah, we underspeed everything. And then, yeah, perfect. Attack booster. Carbink will not win 1v1. Yeah, this should be wrapped up here. Let's be careful. We don't want to throw. So Trick Room expires here. They're gonna wake up as well. I think we actually want to Trick Room here. Right? No. We don't want to give up an Iron Defense. Yeah, this is fine. Because the important thing is now we can Terra out of the weakness to knock off. And even if we got poisoned, wouldn't have mattered. We're cleaning up here with Calyrex. Okay, pretty good showing from Calyrex. We're back up to 23-65. Pretty happy with that game, the way it went. I think we had a pretty strong matchup with Calyrex too, but I think we played well. Alright, next game, Ditto into Squawkabilly. I think I just like Colossal here. Yeah. So, I'm gonna Willow on a switch. I don't think you should be trying to stay in here. You do at most 20. I can hazard stack, so you're definitely on your way out. This is a perfect Willow. Beautiful. Okay. Now, I don't have a way to deny Stealth Rock, so it's definitely going up here. But Love Disc is good enough. Alright, perfect. Let's do a Whirlpool. They have Rabombi, okay. Faster than me. I'm gonna Surf, because I think they're trying to attack, okay. So this feels like a Quiver Dance variant, and I'm okay with lowering HP for Endeavor. They'd have to commit Terra Ground for this, yeah, so they're not gonna do that. Right on Stone Edge the 32 to Love Disc, which is way too much. I mean, do I go Ditto? That way I can throw off my own Earthquake Stone Edges. That was strong. Uh-oh. Oh, I don't have EV Light. That's why it's so strong. That was just a bad play from me. I'm trying to keep Love Disc alive. I should have just got rid of it. Yeah, that was just bad for me. Okay, perfect. Triple Axle, and we do outspeed Rabombi. Yeah, that was bad for me to take unnecessary damage on Ditto. Metagross scares me here. But I can pivot around. The reason it scares me... I mean, I could just Terra Dark Knock. Do I rip a Terra Dark Knock? I don't have... No, here's my thinking, right? If I hit into Weakness Policy, I can copy that with Ditto. So it's not even that bad for me to hit into Weakness Policy. Leftovers, okay. Yeah, that's fine too. Now I have Mabostiff. Do I do enough to Rabombi? I don't. However, you go to Bonnet, okay. Okay, I go to... They are the Spore variant. I can go to Colossal now. They're going to be able to Spore me, though. Yeah, that's unavoidable. Flamethrower, sure. They're leftovers, too. I do have Terra Fairy Mabostiff that I can play for. I think I give up Ditto, to be honest. I outspeed. Let me play rough. Perfect. Okay. So I've somehow managed to keep Pokemon alive. Only question is how useful is that actually? Well, it's useful here for like a one-time switch to Squawkabilly. Sure. Because now it enables Plusle to come in, which is good for me. Yeah, we can handle that. Okay. I still have my full HP Mabostiff with Choice Scarf. I have my Ditto to copy stuff. Okay. They've committed Terra. But the problem with low HP Ditto is I can get walled by... I can get stopped by Sucker Punch. Hoopa. Okay, let's pivot Ditto. Because the idea is we want him to Focus Blast into to Mabostiff, the Shadow Ball. Okay. Okay. I have a plan. And this plan actually maybe works. Actually, it depends on whether or not they Shadow Ball or Focus Blast here. Okay. What do they do? Okay, we win. We have enough power for the Brute Bonnet. We're out of range of Sucker Punch. So that after all that, we are winning if we can hit. So we had to hit 3 play roughs, which is like 72. Here we go. All right, that was a pretty close game at the end. I don't think we played, you know, optimally, but it ended up working out, and now we're 23-82. All right, Galvantula into Hatterene. Not the matchup you want to see. We're not going to be able to get our hazards up. So that's not great. But we do... Actually, a lot of our team does not do well into Hatterene. I guess Dunsparce is a Pokemon that does the best into Hatterene. 27 off the rip means it's not Assault Vest. So it's a Calm Mind variant. Dunsparce beats Calm Mind 1v1. Because we outspeed... Yeah, basically we outspeed, we paralyze it with Serene Grace, and we're likely... Yeah, they do switch. Girder is a little bit annoying. We do have Galvantula, though, and Lugia, but getting hit by this initial knockoff is going to be annoying. Yeah, that hurts. Galvantula is not great into a Hatterene matchup, so it's not ideal, but it's, you know, workable. That we're just using it defensively. Yeah, definitely not ideal. You know, there's ideas long term where we can revive it, maybe. But the immediate question is, how do we actually get damage on this thing? It's very difficult to get damage on. Is the play substitute spamming? This feels not great. Substituting on Para till we get one. It could work because it, you know, you're stacking multiple 25% chances again and again. Okay, they go to Blaziken. I can leech and then handle with Urshifu or something. Yeah, this is fine. Well, kind of fine. The problem is it has knockoff, which can hit Lugia. I have to be careful, but... Okay. Not ideal. Flare Blitz does 50 to me. I think I Aeroblast just to be safe. They have their own Galvantula. Okay. Which affects my entire team. Uh-oh. Okay, so they get theirs up. There's not a lot of value in reviving my own Galvantula, to be honest. Okay, yeah, we get rid of Galvantula. That's a good trade from them. They're gonna go straight to Girder now. Or Barraskewda farm me like that. I'm really playing for the Lugia win. Which is realistic enough, but the Blaziken causes issues. Yeah, we're just inviting Girder back in. Should I coil one time? I think I can, actually. If it comes down to it, do I want to commit my Terra Ground? They knock off, yeah. Okay. So eventually I get the full. Is this a working idea? It's very sketchy. It's a very sketchy idea. You know, the question is, what can they do about it? They go to Juggle. Well, that's what they do about it. Okay. I have to paralyze the Jugglets. That'll open up Lugia. Okay. They still outspeed me here. Keeping Dunsparce alive is not really that high value. Okay, we'll take that as well. Close combat, funnily enough, is not a guaranteed kill. It's likely. It's not guaranteed, though. And Lugia feels very strong here, but you're going to have to be careful. I'm scared of that Terra Dark knockoff. Hatterene... I don't believe Hatterene wins 1v1, does it? Alright, if they Terra Dark knockoff, it still does not KO. Okay, perfect. Oh, that's a bad crit. Now Barraskewda comes in, it can... Well, they don't know I have Urshifu. Does Urshifu outspeed Hatterene? Am I crazy? Does it do that? Let's check. It does. Ooh, so this is an easy one. Sacrifice Dunsparce, Swords Dance, and then I can start attacking. I didn't expect Urshifu to do anything, but it looks like it's going to be doing a lot. Now the question is, do I Terra Water for the guaranteed KO? I do. Because there's no other Pokemon I'm going to be terrestrializing. Yep. Alright. Barraskewda will not KO. Hatterene's too slow. This is going to be a win. Let's get one more game. Yeah, Barraskewda, we can Surging Strikes. They could Terra Fight. Yeah, that's not good enough, though. Deceptively bulky. I'm not sure if that's deceptive, but Urshifu is pretty tanky for an offensive Pokemon. We hit 2397, which means we're on the cusp of 2400. Which means we're right around number 20 exact. They have the silver mark, which means they are top 30. They are 2405. Alright, Vivillon into Dugong. Not great. I can always Sleep Powder, then go Ariados immediately. If I get lucky with the one turn wait, great. Or more than one turn. If I don't, well, it's better than... Well, it would have been equal to whatever I was doing anyway, which is switching out. The reason you don't want to take this on 1v1, it could have AV, Triple Axle instead of Ice Beam. They go to Sylveon. This is a good matchup for me. They didn't burn crucially, they didn't burn a Sleep Turn with Dugong, which is also good for me. And coincidentally, rolling Ariados into Sylveon on the switch out is very good. They go to King Gambit. Okay. 117 is a little bit annoying. Megahorn is very strong, in fact. Okay. I think I just knock off, get rid of that item. It's a little bit annoying. It's a pesky item to have to fight against. I also want to keep Ariados healthy for Sylveon. But that's not a major priority. It's leftovers, right? So I outspeed it with like Ursaluna and Rhyperior. It's not a major priority, but I would like to if I can. Let's be methodical right now. How do I want to play it? I like the idea of just knocking it off, getting rid of leftovers, not having to deal with that anymore. Okay. Now, Megahorn is a one-hit KO, So they're going to Sucker Punch. But at this point in the game, when I have so many Pokemon not revealed, simply switching to a different Pokemon is a viable play, but it's also predictable, right? So what's it going to be? Are they going to predict it? Should I risk going Mabostiff on Sucker Punch? Right? Mega Horn's kind of the safe play almost. The problem is, say I go Mabostiff. I'm not actually getting damage off. If I go Ursaluna afterwards, I am getting damage off, which is good. So I could Mega Horn, I could immediately go Ursaluna. Depends on the mood, really. I'm gonna Mega Horn here. Yeah, I had a feeling, because we were up high enough on the ladder that switching out is such an obvious play that you're going to predict me not to predict Sucker Punch. Or whatever, other way around. You're gonna predict me to predict Sucker Punch. So now it's already looking good. In fact, it's already looking really good. This is not fast enough unless it's Choice Scarf. Yeah, they have to Terra Steel. Yeah, just to get hazards off, they had to Terra Steel. I didn't have a Ghost type. Actually, that would have been interesting because it was relatively telegraphed. Should I have done that? Maybe. Yeah, maybe I should have Terra Ghosted there just to deny Serena there. It's not heavy duty boots. It is definitely Assault Vest, the way that was played. Okay. So Power Whip, High Jump Kick. A lot of different options here. I don't exactly know which one it is. Vivillon is not really breaking through Serena Sylveon, so I'm okay with this play. Okay, knockoff. Okay, just whittling it down. They are very, very fast. I suppose this is kind of a problem. We're talking Rapid Spin, Knockoff, Power Whip, and High Jump Kick, maybe? Kind of like a multiple threat Pokemon. If I go to Ursaluna immediately... I don't hate it. We'll do that. Yeah, perfect. Lose the item, but we got rid of a Pokemon. Very important, right? They can't Terra Sylveon to Steel, so Hypno's Toxic will work on that. We do have a very slow team, though. We're going to have to be aware of that. Uh-oh. Okay. We don't have a good way to do damage into Frosmoth. We also don't have priority. But we do have Scarf Mabostiff. I don't... They could Giga Drain. It's crazy to Terra Normal on a very likely Ice Beam. So I'm not going to do it, but I could have done it. Maybe I should have, actually. Instead of could have, maybe I should have. Rhyperior dies to everything. It's not useful. Mabostiff. Not useful. Hypno. Sure. You're going to have to use your High Spadef here. But if you have, if it has Bug Buzz, uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's the killer. Okay, we'll have to sacrifice Ariados here. This is very bad. Oh, no. Now it is... Well, we still might knock it out just straight up here. Maybe, though. It's... I could have maybe Terra Normal Ursaluna, because Frosmoth is a massive threat to my entire team. I had to be a little bit more careful, maybe. Yeah, I think that's probably what I could have done. But I didn't want to give up Terra. I think maybe Terra ghosting the Ariados and then... Okay, that was likely to kill. So crit, it adds on to the likelihood, but it's not... Like, it didn't steal the game. But either way, we have problems now. Rhyperior, it's good. I'm not sure it can defeat the entire team, though. I don't have any way to hit this thing. Oh, no. Okay. So this is actually not fine. It's still losing. Okay. That, I don't know what that was, but we take that. Okay. Because if they hyper voiced and then hyper voiced again, I would die. But now they don't have that option. They're only going to get one hyper voice off. Okay. Yeah, they're only going to get one hyper voice off. The wish is wasted. Okay. Dewgong can wake up. If that happens, we're in trouble. Mabosstiff is way too low HP to be meaningful. We have to hope the Dewgong doesn't wake up. Wigglytuff. Alright. This is... Do we have any, like, flinching? Can we flinch a billion times? No, it's over. I think maybe I should have kept my Terra Ghost on Ariados there. I was initially happy to get Serena committing the Terra, but I had nothing for Frosmoth. My team was too slow. My team was really too slow to do anything useful. So I probably had to prioritize keeping that up. 225. Let's just rip one. Okay. We trade. That is choice specs confirmed. 198. We'll go to... Who do we want to go to? Let's go to Saucebuck. Yeah, Saucebuck should be fine. Get immediate power. Okay. So we're trading 1 for 1, but they have switch initiative, which means they can go to a Pokemon to threaten me. Except I have Spiritomb, which completely counters Farigiraf. They have a Shiftry. They're going to knock off. I can go Saucebuck on that. I don't have a good knockoff switch in. Yeah, Pain Split, I guess, is a switch in. Muck. Muck takes way too much damage, though. Can't be helped. We'll go Muck. Okay, that is the Heavy Duty Boots variant. Okay, good to know. We can greed. It's so heavy. I can greed a T-Spike here. Okay, they stayed in for that. I can Poison Jab now. They go to Regice. Sure. Magmortar. This is looking very viable. Okay, we force the Terra committal. Get rid of the boots. They're Thunder Wave, which means they're not Rest, which is pretty good. .24 and Burn is good. Greed is keeping Magmortar and going Saucebuck. I think I'm not going to do that, though. Okay. And we'll make the Shiftry make a decision. If it wants to defog on Magmortar, then I can go to Shaman later. Alright. Okay. Shaman or Muck? Let's go Shaman. Yeah, and we have Spiritomb. They've given up Terra 4 on 4, but we have Terra. They've given up Terra. It's very good. They go straight to Farigiraf. Okay. I mean, do I want to play the flinch game or just go straight to Spiritomb? The problem going straight to Spiritomb, all I'm doing is inviting Shiftry back in. Okay. Well, now I can just keep going. Oh, no, 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 no. That was not good. Yeah, slightly unlucky, but, you know, it's Air Slash, right? We still have Terra. I mean... Terra Headbutt does not KO Shiftry. Important to note. They go to this guy. What is he up to? Not much, apparently. Okay. Now we have a free poison jab. No drop, that's good. Yeah, we go straight back to Saucebook. We do not Terra normal. No, that was a bad idea. Okay. Problem is Sucker Punch now is a problem. So they did have Defog. Okay. Okay. Now we both have Sucker Punch. Oh, it lives on 1. So we both have Sucker Punch here. Oh, they got me. Oh, okay. No, but I'm not going to beat the last Pokemon. Oh, yeah. I was never going to beat this. Alright, so a little bit of negative there. So 3 and 2 on the day. But I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.